Howdy, I'm here to talk about your course materials and how you get them. So when you registered for any of Dr. Fagner's classes, it automatically attached a fee to your registration if your course had materials such as a textbook, a rock kit, a digital book, something like that. So let me run through the different courses and which ones have materials, which ones don't, how you would know that, and how you're notified. It's not an automatic thing that students get their books shipped to them. They're going to have to check their email from the fall at Bookstore, which comes out about a week prior to class. So here are the classes that need to pay attention to looking in their MCC email, checking for that, contacting the bookstore if you don't have it sent to you or you're like, I don't see it. First and foremost, let's talk about physical geology. So there are two different categories of physical. There's the fully online, and then there is the blended / face-to-face. So in the blended or face-to-face formats, I have specimens in the classroom, so you won't need a rock kit. That's not attached to the things you need, but you will have an inclusive access textbook. All right, if you're in online physical geology, you will have a rock kit because you don't have the specimens that I can provide you in a classroom setting, and you'll have a textbook. If you're in historical geology, you have a digital textbook. So you need to be checking for that email from the bookstore and activate that on day one of the course. It's included as inclusive access. If you are in our science right now, you don't have a book, but you have online reading. And there are links in every week or day if you're in the summer session. So you won't have an inclusive access product that you have to deal with. In any situation that you have an inclusive access product, you need to either pick them up physically from the bookstore if they're tangible products or have them shipped to your home. And the bookstore can do that. It's not automated. In other words, they're not going to ship your books to you if they're like a hard copy book of physical geology. And that's the only format the physical geology book comes in. And you'll see why when you get it. You'll have to contact them and they'll have to ship it to you. Or you make a trip in to the bookstore and get it. So I realize that can be challenging for people who don't live in Waco. That's why you need to be calling the very first day of class when you see this video. To be transparent, all students need to have their books and their course materials in week 2. If you're an online physical, you have a lab that will require a rock kit. And starting in week 1 in physical, you need your book all the way through. So I have included the first 4 chapters of the book in Brightspace, but to give you a little bit of flexibility in getting that step done, but don't wait. If you have any questions, reach out. Thanks. Bye.